What's up YouTube, this is PK back with another tutorial video, and today we are going to create amazing skull graphic that can be used on printing t-shirts or any other objects. So without wasting any time, let's dive into Illustrator and see what's in the store for today. Here we are in Illustrator, and to save some time I have already created the skull, otherwise it could have taken a lot of time and this tutorial would be very long. First, let's create a duplicate of this skull. So that we do not ruin. First let's create duplicate of the skull for safety purposes and put it on the side. And now let's create some flower for the eyes. Now I have selected the ellipse tool and created a nice circle like this, and then just switching the stroke and fill by pressing Shift X on the keyboard, and then go to the wrinkle tool, which can be found under the width tool, and click on the wrinkle tool to select the wrinkle tool, and to give it a nice texture just click and click to give it some nice wrinkles. Press V on the keyboard and just arrange it accordingly, resize it accordingly. Now press V on the keyboard, select the tool, go to the strokes panel and select the caps and corners as rounded. Now fill this with white and select the stroke to none. Now press Ctrl C on your keyboard or Command C on your keyboard to copy, and Ctrl or Command F to paste in front. Now scale this by pressing Alt and Shift on your keyboard and then changing the fill color to black. Now you can see we have created two objects. Nice. Now select the original object, then again press Ctrl or Command C to copy and Ctrl or Command B to paste in back, and scale it again by pressing Alt or Option key and holding Shift to scale it nicely and perfectly. Then again go to the wrinkle tool, and this time let's select the scallop tool to create some nice pattern like this for the petals. Okay, then select the object and fill it with black. Now if you see any anchor points which are not looking good, you can just press A on the keyboard to select the direct selection tool and then select the anchor point and hit delete to delete the anchor point. Okay, now I like the design, so I am not going to do it. Next is to create the petals of the flower, and to create the petals I will create a perfect circle by holding Alt or Option key on your keyboard and Shift and dragging it nicely. Now again shift the stroke and fill by pressing Shift X on the keyboard. Now make a duplicate of the circle by holding Alt or Option key and dragging it by holding Shift to align them properly. Now you can go to view and select smart guides, so you can see these smart guides which guide me that I have snapped it perfectly. Select both the circles and go to the Pathfinder tool. So if you don't find the Pathfinder window, just go to the window and click Pathfinder and you will see the Pathfinder window here. Okay. Next, select both the objects, go to Pathfinder and click on intersect. So just the intersection of these two circles will remain. Now giving it a nice shape, I will select the top anchor point and manipulating it like so. So I get a nice looking pattern like this. Okay. Now again go to the wrinkle tool and just make this pattern like this. Okay, now it's looking cool. Now select the rotation tool and Alt click on the bottom anchor point, then in the angle value just enter how many numbers of petals you want. So I want 12 petals, so I will write 360 degree divided by 12 petals, and then check the preview button and it will solve your equation. Then hit copy to make a copy or a duplicate of it. Now press Ctrl or Command D to make some more copies like this. Okay, select everything and drag it like so. Now drag it like this, then right click, arrange, send to back. Now our flower looks nice. Press Z on your keyboard to zoom for the zoom tool, and then zoom out. Group everything together by pressing Ctrl G or Command G on your keyboard, and then yeah, now we have got it nicely. Now group everything together and then just drag and scale it to fill the eye nicely. Here we go. Now press Alt or Option and again drag it in the another eye. Yeah, here we go. It looks nice. Now for the boundary or the outline of these eyes, we will create these nice petals again by following the same step, that is making a circle, pressing Alt on the keyboard, making a duplicate by holding Shift and Alt, selecting both, clicking intersection, making a petal like so, and then again manipulating the top anchor point. Nice. Now select this shape, again go to the rotation tool, press Alt, click on the bottom anchor point, and this time I want more petals, so I will enter some less amount like 10 degree or 20 degree. Hit copy and then press Ctrl D on your keyboard to make multiple copies. Select everything and then click merge. Now this doesn't look perfect, so let's create another object again. Press V on your keyboard, click and drag, select both the circles, click intersect, go to the top anchor point, manipulate it, go to this anchor point, pull it inside like so, and this one also like this. Now it looks good. Again go to the rotation tool by pressing R on your keyboard, hold Alt or Option and click on the bottom anchor point with 20 degree, make a copy. Then again Ctrl D to make some copies. Select everything, merge them together, and we've got this nice shape. Just click on the shape, arrange, send to back, and align it properly like so. Okay, it looks good. Now let's make some small circles. Okay, here we go. Then select the fill as none and then just again hold and make a copy here, and again with the rotation tool, Alt click the center and 20 degree, make a copy, and then just press Ctrl D like so. Wait, let me again. Now for the outline of these eyes, we will create some nice shape again by following the same step, that is holding Alt and Shift on the keyboard, making a perfect circle, then dragging a duplicate, selecting both, selecting intersection, going to the top anchor point and again manipulating it as we want. this anchor point, let's drag it inside like so to create a nice shape. Select this shape, press R on your keyboard to get the rotation tool and click somewhere here around the bottom anchor point and make a copy. Then press and hold Ctrl D to make multiple copies. Again, press V on your keyboard to deselect everything and then press L to create a smaller circle and fill it with black color. Paste the smaller circle inside of any of the shape. Go to again the rotation tool, click on the center, alt click on the center and again with 20 degree make copies like this. Okay, now press V on your keyboard. Now make a smaller, select everything. Select everything and then just click on the combine to combine the shape together. And then right click. Then with the diode selection tool, select the fill as none and just drag on the center object and delete it. Okay, now we have got some nice cloud formation here. Then we will create some nice circles, and to do that we will press L on the keyboard, draw a nice small circle and fill it with black color and paste it somewhere around here in the center. Then press R on the keyboard for the rotation tool and go to the center of the object, and if you don't see the center of the object, press Ctrl Y on the keyboard to go into the outline mode. And again okay, then select, double click on the rotation tool and make a copy of this circle. Like so. Like so, and then press Ctrl D to make multiple copies. Group everything together, fill the shape with white color and then select everything, right click, arrange, send to back, and then arrange it nicely to make some nice decoration. Then again press Alt or Option on your keyboard and Shift to drag it behind the second eye like so. Now let's copy this flower again and scale it up and just place it above his head like so. Again Alt and copy here. Now let's create some vines for these flowers, and to do that I will be using the pen tool. Click and drag with the pen tool and just roughly create a nice vine like so. Press V on your keyboard, increase the stroke, select the fill to none, and then from the stroke properties panel go to profile and change the width profile like this. Now this doesn't look good. Now this doesn't look good. So to manipulate it again, we will be selecting the diode selection tool and then changing the anchor points so this pattern looks good. Like Now press V on the keyboard, select the object and then just reduce the stroke like so. Now right click, transform and rotate. Nice, right click, transform and reflect to reflect it horizontally. Then make a copy and arrange it according to your liking like so. Group them both together. Now let's make some leaves. Again following the same step, holding shift and alt or option on your keyboard, making a perfect circle, dragging a copy, aligning them both properly, selecting both, clicking on the intersect. Now I will go to the pen tool and click on it to select the direct add anchor point tool and click anywhere to add an anchor point, and then with the direct selection tool I will just manipulate this anchor point so as to create a nice leaf. And then with the change anchor point tool, click on the last anchor point to create a tempered edge. Then again arrange this to create a nice leaf. Like so. Now this leaf doesn't look perfect, but for the tutorial sake we will be doing it quickly. Scale this leaf, reduce the stroke and just place it according to your liking and scale it again. Then make some copies of this leaf like this. Select one, right click, transform, reflect, press copy, use it like so. Again on this, just rotate it according to your liking. Press and hold alt or option, make a copy, rotate according to your need. Okay, group this together, press Z, hold alt to zoom out, press V on the keyboard and drag it wherever you like it. Press alt and shift to reduce the size, then right click, arrange, send to back. Make another duplicate, right click, transform, reflect vertically, press OK and then paste it somewhere here. Okay, now it's looking nice. Now let's just use the same steps to decorate the skull and then let's wait for the results.